Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're all having a great day. We're hanging out, putting our spare tire back where it goes because we had a flat yesterday. The energetic weather has been crazy. I have had so many messages, and if I haven't came back to you, I'm sorry. I will get back to you today. I've been invited by lots of people to go live and to talk about this weather and what is happening. With where the sun is in gate 29, that's a big question to ask. Why? Why does things look like this? Why am I going through this hard experience? Why do we have to repeat this or cycle through this? Or why can't we get past this? All of these whys about experiences and the difficulties that life can bring. And gate 29 is a wonderful energy. It's the energy to commit to life, to say yes to life. It is a sacral energy. So this commitment is not mental. We're not aware that our body has made the commitment or not, because the other side of the potential is to say no. And so the saying no can be very, very hard, and deep scars can live here in people. We have the potential to subconsciously say no to life, to say no to healing, to being cured. We can say no to being wanted. We can say no to basically anything. And this can happen underneath our conscious reality. And maybe what that feels like is, life being very hard to live. It being hard to get out and do the things that you need to do. And so life can organize itself to kind of help us say yes, help us say no, put us in those right places at the right time. And this is all something that you can be feeling. What are you committed to? What does your commitment look like? Is the nature of commitment changing for you? If you reflect on the past, do you bubble anything up around, reflections or the feelings that you're experiencing now? Could they be feelings from long ago? Something that wasn't allowed or processed, something that you could still be carrying around with you energetically. And as we do this reflection, as we watch our commitments change, maybe that looks different to you. Maybe your body is committing to a path or people or an experience or a new job. Maybe you're committing to a new way of being. Maybe you're committing to yourself as you make your ways through the deeper levels of the maze that life is. And so I love this gate. I think something that's so important for this gate is to accept that life can be difficult at a young age. It's like life can be hard, but you're built for it. You are built for it. Everything that occurs, everything that comes to you, you are built to respond to those things. And if your mind or other people's minds or anything, if anything is getting in the way or causing you doubt there, you can know that you are built for this life. You are built for the experiences that it brings you. And while they can be hard, they can also be purposeful, full of love and meaning, full of change and transformation. And so it's wonderful to accept the difficulties of life, to accept our limitations, to be where we actually are, and to dive into that thing that is for you instead of running away from it, right? Running away to find a new person to commit to or a new venture to go into. And what we're really doing is maybe not honoring what is happening here or how that problem could be for us or how that limitation is for us to accept, right? It's like, if I can accept that this just isn't right for me, then life will move me somewhere that's more right. And then if I can't accept that, maybe I'll be moved again. And so by being honest with ourselves about what is for me, what's not for me, this can't be right for me, and allowing ourselves to be moved, we can find our perfect spot in the pattern that life is, where the right people come, where you are in the right place and the right things are unfolding for you. And then there you can have the empowerment to know that everything that comes is for you. No matter what your mind thinks, whether it thinks it looks good or bad or this, that, the other, in my opinion, such a good place for the mind to stay is looking at every experience as a beautiful tragedy. Everything that happens in this life has its beautiful side, and everything that happens in this life has its tragic side. And you can look at your happiest points in time, and I promise you can find both. Because in those points in time, you were moving somewhere next, right? You were letting go of what was last. Maybe you didn't realize that was what was happening, but it's so wonderful to see that it's for us and to allow ourselves to be with the movement, to find our right place, and to experience the maximum freedom available. You know, because if we're looking for freedom where we're not experiencing the freedom of where we are and accepting where we are and how beautiful that is. And if you're not in the right place, then accepting where you are is what's going to move you to the next one, right? Don't fight it. Know that where you are is good and fine. And when you fall into that confusion and you're asking why, stay with it. Know that life is difficult, but that you're built for it and that you can do it. And that crisis, change, and instability, they are movement. They move us along, and they're all purposeful. The sun is grounded in 30, which is emotional gate. This gate brings a wave. It's a burning wave of desire. And it wants new experiences. You know, it wants to get out there and find its right place and its right people and all of its right things. And it wants to be emotionally spoiled. It wants to feel and eat and taste and relax into all of the pleasureful sides of life, and maybe even the painful sides, you know, if it's a balanced expression. Because I'll tell you what, you guys, I have so much fun in both the beautiful and the tragedy. And the lows are some of my favorite places of life. You know, like I love to sink into a low and be creative and be alone and you know, just to be where I am. And with the people that are there with me and the things that are occurring there, like to me, that place, as I sink in deeper and deeper, it is so absolutely magical. And so this freedom as an illusion, finding your place in the pattern offers freedom, you know, and the right people do come and you can love each other there and you can accept that place instead of thinking that you could find something better elsewhere, you know, because where you are is for you. And that acceptance, if there's a better place, will move you to it. Moving into the moon, this is gate 44. And this is a gate that's all about cellular memory. So this is what we're going to be experiencing today up until maybe 9 p.m. EST or so. And it's funny because we've already watched this start unfolding in our life today. This is a gate that is about the tribe coming together, maybe with an individual. Maybe they are exchanging support. Maybe the individual is going to give willpower, or the individual is going to work for this group of people. And this group can offer their resources, right? They can offer you their social loyalty. They can take you into the group and be like, oh my gosh, we love this individual. Work with them, you know, give them your business. And so it was awesome this morning. As soon as the moon comes into this gate, Bear gets a call, and it's the Legion. They're like, hey, we would love for you to have a booth at Bluebird Days and at this car show. And, you know, we've got you all set up. If you could just offer us a free detail, we'll do everything with your booths and we'll have a nice spot for you. And so they came to him. They said, hey, look, this is what our group is doing. We really love what you do as an individual. And we want to say that if you offer your services to us, we'll offer our social loyalty and get you some money and bring you some business. And so perfect, right? It's absolutely perfect. And if Bear can just respond to that, then he is taking in the right things, the right people, right? And the movement just happens and we can relax into that movement. And so this is like individual meeting the group. And then on another side, you can also have more of like an individual loyalty. And maybe this is a little deeper or maybe a little bit more mystical as we break into the cellular memory and what is actually in there. You know, what are these primal patterns? Like, how are we moved? How are we dancing through this life? Where is my spot? Where is your spot? And so as an individual can gain access to these patterns within the cellular memory, the individual can offer in return to assuage that person's fears. So maybe these people come together. One is assuaging the fears. One is pulling out patterns. They're looking at these things together. And that can be more of like a deeper kind of remembering. You know, maybe you're remembering the abilities of someone. Maybe you're remembering your successes and your failures. Maybe it's deeper than this life. And so today can be an interesting day. You can keep your eyes open for the people who approach you, what you guys are doing together, what they're looking for. And you can also know that the fear associated with this gate is the fear of the past. And so there is nothing to fear in your closet. There is nothing to fear in your past. Everything that is there is fine and good, and it has moved you to where you are now. And if you didn't see the things that were for you to see, maybe you'll get like a little redo. Maybe you'll have a similar experience in a new way where you can grasp the things that were for you to see. Because life will never give up on you. It will continue to bring you what is for you, and you can't do so badly that you mess it up. You can't exit the thing, you know, it will find you. Even if your sacral has said no to life. If that is not right for you, the right experiences will happen to help your sacral say no, to say yes again. And so you can completely depend on this thing. You can respond to it and let it be the leader of your life. As that fear of the past comes up, you can know that this gate can help you through these past fears, because it's going to help you survive through collaboration. The right people can come and pull you out of that past and be like, look, it's not going to be that way this time. You know, you got to trust us, and let's try this again and move together in a forward direction. And then something that's also cool is the way that this gate will consider the past so that it can protect the individual. And I got to see that with Bear's example. When he was on the phone with this group, they were basically like, hey, we remember what happened with the community and where you were working your business and with the town board and how's everything looking there. And so Bear got to kind of share his past, and he's like, oh, everything's all good. We're all working together. Everything's whatever. And so it was like they were doing that to protect him and to ensure that, you know, we don't have to worry about these fears of the past, because we've done all of our dottings of I's and crossings of T's. And here we are, like, we've considered these problems that used to be, and now we're moving forward out of them. And so that is a beautiful thing. Let the things that come to you today remove your fears from the past from you. Let them show you where you're going, and that it can be good, and that it can be different, and that even if it's the same, it's still for you, and you can enjoy the whole thing the whole way through. And so I hope you guys liked this today. I'm gonna try to at least show up every day and do a short moon video, maybe around lunchtime. So be on the lookout for those. And of course, like I said, if you've messaged me, I'll get back to you today. If you haven't messaged me and you want to talk about a session or about any of this energetic weather, any of the things that you're going through, I would love to do that with you and hear where you're at in your life. And so I love you guys. I'll be back soon. Have a great day today.